Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm sick. I don't know why I've chosen to film a video today when my voice is like gone, but I want to, and here I am. Even though I'm sick and delirious, that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about in this video. Because in today's video, I am going to be discussing what I think are the worst book design elements. And I'm not going to be talking about specific books that I don't think look good. I already have a video about that. I have my top 5 ugliest books that I own. Because no, this is more general. These are design elements that are commonly used in books, in mass market production and traditional publishing, that I hate. Some of them I have very good reasons for hating, and I know you hate them too. Some of them are just me whining, basically. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you know when I upload new videos. I upload 3 days a week. I actually upload 2 days a week. I should really stop saying 3. I'm kind of pausing on my gaming videos because I haven't been gaming as much. I've been very busy doing other things. So it's theoretically 3 days a week. Like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, please. The first design element that I want to talk about, I think, is something that is quite polarizing. Some people hate them, like me. I did a poll on Instagram once. People said they hated them. And then some people I think are indifferent, but I don't think anyone likes this. Step back covers. If you don't know what a step back cover is, I have a couple examples in my lap. Gideon the Ninth is an example of a step back cover. If you take a close look, you see the cover comes almost all the way to the end, but then there's a strip of color here. And you find out that the actual cover of the book doesn't reach the edge of the book. And when you pull back the step back cover, it's just like comments about the book, compliments, things telling you why you should buy this book. The entire Locked Tomb paperback series is like this, plus a million other books that I own, because a lot of them, they only come out this way. There's no alternate version that's not a step back cover. And I get the reasoning behind step back covers. It's to entice you to flip open the front and be like, oh, these are all the reasons from people I know and like that I should buy this book. But a cover should be able to do that on its own, and the back cover should be a proper blurb for the book. Another reason that I hate step back covers, and this is more of a bookstore employee thing, is that we have to sticker prices on the front covers of books often, and they go up in the top right of the book, which means I have to either sticker the step back cover closed, I have to glue it shut essentially, or have the sticker be in the wrong spot. And I know it's not that big of a deal, but it is to me. While I was looking through my collection for step back covers, I found a book that tricked me into thinking it was a step back cover, and it's Fevered Star. This is not a step back cover. This is a regular cover with a fake strip to make it look like a step back cover? What the hell? Who is this for? The second design element that I hate in books is something that I know you all hate. This is not an original thought from me, but it's permanent stickers on the covers of books. The first 2 books that I pulled out, I would say are forgivable. These both have permanent stickers, but they are to talk about the authors' awards and nominations. And like, I can get behind that. We're celebrating the authors. I still don't like it, but okay. What I will not forgive, and neither will you, are the, oh, this is now a movie or is about to be a movie sticker. Nobody wants that. Also, both of these are step back covers. I just want to point out. I don't care. I don't care that at one point when I bought this, they were about to make The Golden Compass into a movie. And I don't care that this is a Netflix TV show. And it's not relevant anymore. Like, this movie, not the TV show His Dark Materials, the movie with Dakota Blue Richards and Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman, nobody cares about that anymore. So this sticker sucks. The biggest offender that I have, in my opinion, is this art book, Things from the Flood by Simon Stollenhag. They made this into an Amazon series, and the reason I say this is the biggest offender is because this is an art book. So the point of this is the gorgeous illustrations. So putting a permanent sticker in the middle of one of the illustrations featured in this book, I don't care that they matched the color nicely. How dare you? The Golden Compass will actually work as a segue into the next category, which is another one that you already hate. But something that they did okay. They could have screwed this up, but on the inside of the step back for this, instead of comments about the book and what it's about, they included a movie poster. So there we've got Dakota Blue Richards on a polar bear. Totally forgettable. They could have made that the cover and I would have killed them, because the next thing is movie covers. I actually own very few movie covers intentionally. They're awful. One of the ones I have, for example, is Firestarter. This is a TV show, but they reproduced the book with this cover instead of the original cover. The biggest reason for me that movie covers are such an atrocity is because, again, as a bookstore employee, I have insider knowledge about what kind of books sell and do well, and I can tell you for a fact it is not movie covers. The only people that come in intentionally buying a movie cover, or unintentionally, I should change that. The only people that buy movie covers are people that do it unintentionally because they don't know better, people that are buying a book for somebody else, and the movie covers tend to be cheaper than the regular covers, and psychopaths. Two examples right now that I think are important. I don't own either of these, but The Wheel of Time is being reproduced as the seasons come out. They're reprinting the books with TV show covers. There are tons of editions of The Wheel of Time. There are so many, and you can argue about which ones are the best. I have my own personal opinions, but we all know which ones are the worst, and it's the new ones that go along with the show. Yes, we sell these at my store. No one has bought them. And it's one thing when a show or movie is incredibly popular and you reprint a book with those covers. Like, I know the Lord of the Rings books do okay with the movie covers. They do fine. People adore Lord of the Rings. People do not adore the Wheel of Time TV show, unfortunately, and I don't know if they ever will. So this is for the like handful of fans of the show that now want to buy the books and don't know anything about the book and don't realize that they're entirely different. Okay, moving on from movie covers to a thing that I am definitely maybe in a minority hatred group. Ooh, I don't think I should call them hatred groups. That feels wrong. Another design element that I do not like that is commonly found in books is deckled edges. Do you know what deckled edges are? I can show you. Deckled edges are when the pages of a book are textured like this, like feathered edges. I hope that this picks up on camera. I don't know if you can see it, but let me just grab like any other book, because I have so many books. There's here, right here. So for example, these are non-deckled. They're flat. These are deckled. They're crunchy. And this is again something that you can't avoid. Like, I have tons of books with deckled edges. No matter how much I don't like them, they're there. Why do I hate deckled edges? I find them hard to hold. If I'm like ooh, I almost dropped all my books. If I'm like flipping through a book trying to find a specific page, it's just much more difficult. I also have a friend who's an artist, and I have wanted them to do their own like painted or stenciled versions of edges for a lot of my classic books, and you just can't do that on deckled edges. You just can't do it. You need to have the flat edges. So yeah, I don't like deckled edges. I've done a poll on Instagram about it as well, and I'm not alone, but I am in a minority. So actually I'm curious, let me know down below if you like deckled edges, or if you hate them, or if you're neutral and you think I'm overreacting. But a design element that I know I'm not in the minority for is when a series starts one size and then inexplicably becomes another size partway through. I actually have way too many examples of this, and it makes me very sad, but I just grabbed two examples. This series, I don't know the name of the series. I've got the first two books here. I don't know how well you can see this, but they are different heights. Like, they just straight up are not the same height. The first book was reprinted to be this height. They never printed the second book in the original height. And I bought the first book when it came out because it sounded cool, and now I'm angry. Another series that did the exact same thing is the Hall of Smoke series by H.M. Long. The first two books are regular, nice, tall height, and then the third book is short. And I actually asked the author about this unintentionally on Instagram. I just made a comment about picking up this book and that it was a different size, and I was reviewing the books as well, so I tagged the author in it, and she apologized to me about the size difference, and said that it's because they're reprinting the whole series for a box set in this height. But they never printed this book in the original height for people that already owned the first two. If you've seen even one of my videos, you'll know that the thing I hate most in the world, more than anything else, is mass market paperbacks. I've just grabbed a bunch here. This is most of Stormlight, and then randomly Name of the Wind at the bottom. I have a lot of mass market paperbacks. I do. The reason I own mass market paperbacks is one, I bought them before I realized that I hated them. Two, they belonged to somebody else in my family and I inherited them. And Stormlight, for example, I don't even have Way of Kings here because it's downstairs. I used it for an Instagram post. But, you know, I bought the first one in mass market. And then I had to buy the second one in mass market. And then I had to buy the third one in mass market. And then the fourth one. And then when the fifth one comes out, I'm gonna buy it in mass market. And then when the other 5 books in the rest of the series come out someday, I'm also gonna buy those in mass market. I know that I'm not alone in my hatred for mass markets. It's commonly talked about at the bookstore I work at. People don't like them. Okay, moving on. I'm cutting down this video so much. You have no idea how much I'm ranting about each of these and then watching it back and deciding that I need to shut up. The last design element that I want to talk about was not originally going to be in this video because it's not really a design element, but it is something that I talked about in one of my previous videos because I just noticed it on one of my books. And it's more of a design flaw than element, like intentional element. And it is when professionally produced, traditional published books have blurry covers. I showed off Gods of the Wordwood by R.J. Barker in a previous video. You can't see it on camera, I realized after, you can't really tell, but the cover is blurry. This image was like blown up too much and then printed. And this is from Orbit, which is one of the biggest fantasy publishers, if not the biggest, next to Tor or like Harper Voyager maybe. And R.J. Barker's not a nobody. They didn't just like pick up some random author and decide to go half-ass on their book. This is R.J. Barker. He did the Bone Ships. But this is blurry, and no, it's not just because I'm not wearing my glasses. I checked. When I put my glasses on, it's still blurry. And I actually have a couple others. I couldn't think of what they were, so I didn't grab them for the video. But this is not the only blurry cover book that I own from a large publishing house. So like, get it together. This video may have come across angrier than I intended because I'm not feeling well. My head really hurts. My throat really hurts. I want to have a nap. I'm sweating. I might have a fever. I may die during the video. Those were 6 design elements that are commonly used in books that I do not like. I'm sure there are other things that I haven't even thought of that are design elements that I don't like. I know one thing I don't like is like weird shaped books. There's a standard, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with like printing a book in a weird size, but there is a standard that you should follow. It should be easy to hold. It's a book. Okay, that's it. Let me know in the comments if you agree with anything I said or if you disagree. Do you love any of the things that I mentioned? I know some of them, like Stepback Covers and Deckled Edges, are not a crime against humanity like mass market paperbacks, movie covers, and permanent stickers are, but I still want to know your opinion. Before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you know when I upload new videos. I upload 2 days a week. I love you guys. Goodbye.